All right, so I'm gonna address a few things in this video so that there's just a video on this. Intro. So one of the questions I continually get about the ketogenic diet is asking regarding strength gain, strength loss while maintaining a ketogenic diet. Your diet has fuck all to do with strength gain or strength loss. That simple. What matters for strength gain and strength loss is more weight gain or weight loss. If you're going to lose a considerable amount of weight, you're going to lose strength. That is just how things are gonna fucking go. There's no way around it. If you are some magic unicorn this doesn't affect, then count your fucking blessings and be stoked that you didn't have that issue. But everyone else, especially losing 10, 20% of your body weight, you're gonna lose some strength. That's how it goes. But you made a choice and you made a priority to get healthier or be less gross or do any of these other things instead of maximize your total, which is totally fine. Now for me, I'm sure I've had a major strength drop. My bench has stayed good, but that's all I can really work on. So I've got a ton of time to do bench press and bench press accessories and spend a ton of time figuring out how to maximize the leverages that I have now at a new body weight. So is my bench press as strong as it was 40 pounds ago? Yeah, but also 40 pounds ago, I wasn't benching very often. This is the end of the season for me. I definitely wasn't maximizing the potential of how strong I could have been at that body weight. Now, does being keto have anything at all to do with strength gain, strength loss? Nope, none. What has to do with those things is you and what your training is like, how well you're recovering, what you're doing as far as a surplus or deficit of calories, how much weight have you lost, have you eaten enough? But none of those things really have to do with your diet. The big thing about diet that's gonna matter is if you are dieting to lose weight, you're gonna lose some strength. And if you're dieting to lose weight, that's because you're in a caloric if you're dieting to lose weight, that's because you're in a caloric deficit. And a sustained caloric deficit is going to cause weight loss. That's the only thing that matters. It has zero to do with what your macronutrients are. None of those things I find really make any big of a difference. Unless you're in a deficit, you're not gonna lose weight. Now there's some things you can do to help boost metabolism and do some things. And so maybe this base number you've got of how many calories a day that you need to consume is changing. Now that can be the case, and then you've got to hit a target, but none of that has to do with the actual foods you're putting in it. It has more to do with frequency of eating, what you're doing with your metabolism, those type of things. And simple enough, stay in a caloric deficit, loses weight, stay in a caloric surplus, gains weight. I don't care if it's eating all fat or all boiled chicken breast and broccoli. You're not gonna just put on muscle or just put on fat or just lose fat or just lose muscle. What you're gonna do is lose a bit of both. Hopefully you keep training and convince your body to try to hold on to as much muscle as possible because it needs it. That's the biggest thing I've noticed, and that's what I see in other people, is it's not the actual foods you're eating or the supplements you're taking. Those things are not the big factor in weight gain, in strength loss over the course of a diet. It's more just the weight loss. You also don't have to gain weight to get stronger. That's not necessary either. What you can just do is maintain and continue to get strong at one place. You don't have to get bigger to get stronger. You can get strong at the size you are. But everyone's got different goals, and you've got to be reasonable about those goals. Don't fucking try to throw 4 different things in that aren't real. Don't try to be the strongest I've ever been, lose 30 pounds, drop body fat, and be ready for a strength competition. Like that's just fucking dumb. That's just, you're doing a bunch of things and pulling too many different directions. Focus on one goal, and if that goal is to be healthier, get stronger, lose weight, diet, get shredded, whatever that means, then do that. focus on that. If your goal is to be healthier, focus on that. Figure out what diet works for the lifestyle that you like to live and the foods that you like to eat most. For me, a ketogenic diet works fucking phenomenal because I like fatty, savory foods. I don't really give a shit about snacks or cakes or sugar. I just don't give a shit. I miss some bread, I miss pizza and stuff like that, but I'd rather sacrifice that to be able to have all the steaks I want. I like steaks. Me avoiding fat is a much trickier thing. And the carbohydrate-rich foods that I really like are covered in fucking fat anyway. That's the best advice I can give you for trying to figure out this keto thing. The strength loss that you're finding is due to the weight loss. It doesn't have to do with the foods you're eating. So stick to your plan. And for me, as the plan keeps going forward, I'm gonna continue the path I'm on until I know when I think I'll be back at competition. I imagine that's gonna be sometime next April or May. And at that point, when I'm about 8 months out from that, I'm gonna start putting some weight back on at a very, very slow pace. And this is gonna be far more difficult for me than losing the weight was, because I wanna put the weight back on, but at a slower rate. That way, I can maximize the amount of good weight that I'm putting back on. You're not gonna be able to lose much more than like a 1, maybe 2% of your whole body weight, you know, in a given week. I think anything over 1 to 2 pounds a week is too fast, and your body's gonna wanna bounce back. You're kind of starving. So try to figure out what puts you into that type of deficit and stay there if weight loss or weight gain is your goal. So that's what I've done. Keep hammering in the gym, everybody. Find the diet that works for you. Stick to the plan. And as always, spread hate, always party. Never fear a meat day.